Be in line, friends. One second, guys. Are you listening me, friends? Are you listening me? Let me share the link in the group. Have you all joined? Yes, Anil. Okay, 3 watching now. Okay, those who have not subscribed us, kindly subscribe. We will discuss few important questions in today's session. So, hello, who joined? Hi, welcome all. So before that, let me share you a good news in terms of SBI CBO. The decision to conduct SBI CBO interview or written test is going to be soon declared. I think many of, yes, Divesh. Okay, yes. Many of you be knowing that today for this SBI Junior Associates, the result is declared. Hence, very soon there is going to be a detailed discussion. There is going to be a detailed notification regarding SBI CBO next process. So don't worry about it. Very soon you all be getting the update. And this class, today's class, is dedicated for all these SBI CBO people, those who are expecting an interview very soon. Okay, so the chance of written test is not yet ruled out. So I think in all these classes we have discussed many topics that are related to your written and interview. So I don't know, I'm sure that in case anything happens, you all are prepared. Okay, so if anybody is having any doubt, they can tell me. Do anyone having any doubt? In terms of SBI CBO, if you people having any doubt, please communicate. We will discuss, and there we will be discussing few interview questions. So anyone appearing for these coming exams in banking segment, lateral entry segment, is going to be benefited out of it. So I always say that all my classes can be joined by cross section of batches, by other batches students also, because we will be discussing only facts, only banking in any of our session. So nothing will go in vain, and I will not discuss anything out of syllabus or anything out of context. Okay, so we have few questions ready for you. I think I thought to give you these questions beforehand so that you could prepare few points. But then I thought to give this to throw these questions all of sudden so that you all have a good chance of answering questions upfront, all of sudden. Okay, so this is how interviews are being conducted. So are you all ready to face questions? Those who will be, I think people have not. 1 second, let me mute all of you. Those who will have, those who are ready. So kindly mute those who are there. I'm not yet who are in voice mode. Kindly mute so that we can start the session. Okay.
Yes, sir, we are ready.
Okay. So let me share you the screen. Where I will float questions. Those who are ready to answer, they can raise their hand. The one raising hand first will get the chance to answer the questions. Okay, just a minute. Okay. This is the first question. What is fiscal deficit? Who is ready to answer? What is fiscal deficit? Introduce yourself first and then go ahead with the answers. First, raise your hand. The one I am calling should answer it. Someone, please. Who is ready to answer what is fiscal deficit? Who is ready to answer? Yes, Madhu, please go ahead. Please unmute yourself and speak now. What is fiscal deficit? After Madhu speaks, anyone having any correction, anyone wants to correct Madhu in terms of facts, in terms of the way he is answering, okay, you can do it, and then we'll discuss the answers. So Madhu, please go ahead and answer.
Yeah, it is the difference between government revenue and the expenditure.
Okay.
If the expenditure is more and the revenue is less, in that case, that is called fiscal deficit.
Okay. Right. So this much we need the answer, because as soon as you start completing the answer, the other question will be thrown at you. Okay. Please unmute. Others, please unmute. Sorry, mute. Others, please mute yourself. Others, please mute yourself. Okay. So anyone want to rectify Madhu, or anyone want to add anything? Anyone want to rectify Madhu or want to add anything to Madhu's point? Madhu is right. Madhu is right. Okay. This is the difference between total revenue and total expenditure. And normally, when you talk about fiscal deficit, you are not talking about fiscal surplus, and the expenditure side is more, and the revenue receipt is less. Okay. So this is a fair answer. So can I move to the next question? But I don't want Madhu to answer it again. As soon as you talk about fiscal deficit, you define fiscal deficit. It can be defined in a single sentence. So as soon as you complete your definition to it, the next question will be asked you immediately, right? The next question is asked you immediately, right? So the next question always will be, if they ask you about what is fiscal deficit, they are definitely going to ask you what is deficit financing. What are the ways of deficit financing? Can someone tell why I put this fiscal deficit as my first question? Can someone tell me what was the motive behind putting this fiscal deficit as the first question? Why I felt it is important, or do you feel it is an important question or not? It's a possible interview question or not? What is the
Because,
reason?
sir,
Yeah.
hello.
Yes.
Because right now government is facing fiscal deficit problem due to this corona situation.
Yes. Yes, right. Fiscal deficit is the major problem, and GDP downgrade is already happened. Many rating agencies have already downgraded this numbers. Yes, Rohit is going to answer it. Yes, Rohit, wait a while. So fiscal deficit is an important question at this point of time, right? So Rohit, unmute yourself and speak. What you mean by deficit financing? What are the ways of deficit financing? Rakesh on YouTube asked to exam के बारे में बताओ. We are already discussed it at the start of the session, but we'll discuss it at the end. So now we have Q&A session. So let's enjoy it. So what is deficit financing? I want because in last two, deficit financing. Rohit, please. Yes, Rohit.
In deficit financing, government can raise finance from RBI, and by increasing taxes, these are the way from which government can finance this thing.
Okay, I
It
want
can
answer
take
in a
loan from
yeah.
RBI.
Yes.
It can take loan from RBI, and it can raise the tax rates.
Okay. Can anyone tell me here? I want this answer in a single sentence. Is there anyone? I think I spoke about deficit financing in my last session. I think I spoke about deficit financing in this risk management session. Okay.
Sir, I want to answer this
Who-
deficit financing.
Who
I'm
is this?
Akhilesh here, sir.
Yes, Akhilesh. Please go ahead.
Sir, Akhilesh.
Yes, Akhilesh. Please
First of
go
all, good
ahead.
evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Sir, deficit financing means if expenditure is excess over revenue, means the gap government has to cover, so that the government borrow the funds from the public by selling some bonds or like something. So the government have to cover the gap between the x over the revenue. So I think this is called as deficit financing, sir. Am I right,
Okay.
sir?
Yes, you are right. But I think how many classes you have attended
Sir,
in
means
our
deficit financing classes. I
no, no,
not
no. You
attended the
have,
deficit
no class
financing
about
class,
deficit
sir.
financing. But how many classes you have attended in our batch? I think
Sir,
20.
just skipped 1 or 2 classes.
Okay.
Almost I have attended, sir.
So yes, see what I have already told in my few last sessions, and not this month. I think last to last month I spoke to many of SBI CBO candidates. See, I am going to tell you questions which are definitely going to be asked. Okay, and you make your own analysis. What could be a possible question? So when you know the structure of interview, then you have to answer questions with bullet points, right? Like we spoke about fiscal point. There is no wrong in your answering, okay, right? But these are definite questions. These are definite questions. In definite questions, I want my students to answer them in bullet points. Okay. Once they ask you what is deficit financing, immediately say to fill the gap of fiscal deficit, right? And there are two ways. One is borrowing, and second is printing new money. Leave it there. Leave it there. Let them ask you next question. What will be the next question? They will ask you printing new money. So you want to say that you are going to print so much of money. Do governments restore to printing new money? You can say that normally they don't restore. They just go ahead with borrowing. Borrowing could be two types. First is borrowing from through bonds or external commercial borrowings. Printing new money could lead to high inflation. Hence, it is not encouraged. Right? Right. You have to answer these all these questions. You note down, or you will be getting the PDF. No issue. I am not mentioning answer here. You can have your own research. You can have your own answer. Remember, not more than 15 seconds they are going to listen your answer, right? So in past 15 seconds you have to leave an impression, and you have to leave a room so that they are going to ask a new question on your answer. So when you are putting your answer, you make a choice of your words, make a choice of your terms. If you talk about borrowings, then they are definitely going to ask you what types of borrowing, right? So here you find out what terms you have used in your answer and what could be possible next questions. I want you to prepare for interview such a way that the interviewer will not decide the path of interview, but you are going to decide the path of interview. These are GDP, fiscal deficit, deficit financing. These are definite questions looking into the current scenario, right? They are not going to ask you any political question. They will not talk you about what happened in Sushant Singh Rajput case. They are not going to ask you. Okay. So they are not going to ask your view on that. It's a pure banking job, and they will ask you more practical questions. And I'm going to tell you more practical questions. Okay. So don't think that you have enough time to answer a question. No, you don't have an enough time. Even when they will go on go for introduction. Okay. Let me rectify you more. Don't worry about these feedbacks, because these feedbacks are meant to rectify you. Okay, so don't take it negatively. Your answer, there was no mistake done by Rohit and Akhilesh in your answer, but I want you to be more sharp. Okay, more concise in your answer, because they will not listen you for more than 15 minutes. And if you will go on answering, you don't know what could be the next question. Don't explain yourself a lot. Don't explain yourself a lot. Leave some room. Okay, don't worry about explaining yourself. Just answer it and wait for the next question. Now, even before you finish the answer, they will ask you the next question. When they feel you are knowing the answer, then they will not be worried to know about the complete explanation. They will be worried to ask you a next question, right? So this is how interview happens. And they put your words, they take your words and put a next question on basis of that. So always prepare your answers beforehand. Have a notebook with you. Have some important questions written. I am giving you some important questions, and these questions are not picked by my own choice. These questions are picked by people who have faced interviews in last lateral entry examinations. Okay, so this is the way I prepare for. I prepared for interviews. My fellow colleagues have prepared for interviews and have got immense success. Okay, so don't worry about it. Your answering style is complete okay. I don't disagree with you, but I want you to be confident and concise. See, you can have a long answer when you have doubt on yourself, but when you are self-sufficient, when you have no doubt in your mind, you can have a simple and small answer, right? So the less you speak, the more you score. So is it okay to you? Are you all getting it? Pankaj Kumar in YouTube says, sir, when SBI CBO interview letter we will receive. Very soon you will going to receive a notification, not interview letter. Okay, Madhu says yes. So this is it. Let's go to the next question, and in the course of our time we will discuss more. Okay. So what is CD ratio, friends? What is CD ratio?
So whatever we receive, we give accordingly. Means whatever we deposit, we advances accordingly.
Okay. So is there anyone? CD ratio? CD ratio?
Sir, how much bank? Hello.
What is it? What? Hello, who is this?
Sir,
Yes,
Sarang.
yes, and yes, Sarang.
Sir, how much bank lending from his deposit amount?
Okay, what is the full form of CD ratio? Expand CD ratio.
It's
I think I
credit
got a
deposit
fair
ratio.
answer.
It's credit deposit ratio, sir. Anil.
Okay, Anil this side. Okay, so why it is important?
Because if a bank want to survive for a long term, then he has to give advances to some other customers and all that. So they'll give accordingly. Like if customer has deposited so much money in the bank, if bank is not going to advances those money to other customers, then they will not get a good return from them. Then how can they survive? How can they give the interest on that particular deposit? That's why.
Okay, fair answer. Is there anyone want to tell anything about CD ratio and why it is important to banks? Please go ahead. Okay, what is the average CD ratio currently there in India? What is the average CD ratio? Okay, 71, right? Around 7 to 80% it varies. So CD ratio is how much money you lend out of your own deposits mobilized, right? You mobilize deposit, and in the process of mobilization of deposits, you need to pay some interest to your depositors. This is a phenomena in India. So that why interest rate is paid in India, because they want to improve the saving habit of people in India, because people in India are not so eloquent, not so educated, so that they will feel it safe in saving money in banks, especially in the days when the banking in India started to spread. So in order to give the depositors their interest, banks need to earn some money out of these deposits. So to get some money, to earn some money out of these deposits, banks need to lend that amount to the borrowers, right? So in the process, why it cannot be 100%? Why the CD ratio cannot be 100%?
Because of
Why
CRR,
this? Yes,
CRR and SLR.
yes, right. Be confident, because there are reserve ratios, right? What is the CD ratio called in global banking terms? CD ratio is an Indian term. CD ratio is an Indian term. Can someone tell what is the global term to CD ratio? This is LDR, loan to deposit ratio, right? This is LDR in foreign terms. So it says, you see, if your CD ratio is below 70%, then you will be pressurized from various entities like NABARD, etc., to improve your CD ratio. They want you to give more loans, because they even RBI and NABARD is going to penalize you for a lower CD ratio. And even in district levels, I think all of you be knowing this lead bank scheme. All of you are aware about lead bank scheme. In this DLCC meeting, district level creditor committee meeting, there is a main point of discussion is CD ratio. What is your bank's CD ratio in that particular district is going to be asked. If you are not lending enough money to the needy, then then you are not contributing to the development of the certain area or the development of the economy. Credit flow is a major concern for banks. Okay, so you cannot go beyond the 80%, because this will challenge the liquidity concerns of the bank, right? So at the same time, you cannot go beyond 7%, 70. There is no stipulation, no such stipulation. But it is beyond 80%, then there could be questions. And if it is below 70%, then you are not extending enough credit flow to the system. It is important that all the important sectors should have sufficient credit flow, and for that, Reserve Bank of India, NABARD, etc., the regulatory bodies have their own mechanism, right? Is there anyone want to add anything? Yes,
So what is
Irfan
average
says
CD ratio, sir?
average CD ratio depends upon various banks. Various banks have their different CD ratios. In India, it is around 75%. It varies from 70 to 80%. There are RBI reports released quarterly regarding the CD ratios. So in banking system, it is important to have a sufficient credit flow. So for that, RBI releases the report. So on an average, there is 70 to 80%. Between it varies from 70 to 80%. But individual banks where it varies goes down below 70%, RBI issues a warning to them. Right. Even in district level, this DLCC committee, this lead bank scheme, they have been asked to improve the CD ratio. The RBI representative who comes to join these meetings also focuses on improving the CD ratio in particular district. Right. Getting it? And CD ratio is going to be very important, because now onwards, various sectors were falling apart due to this COVID-19. Hence, in coming days, they are going to they are going to put emphasis on improving credit quality and amount of credit. I think those who are currently working in banking system may be knowing that how much of pressure it is being put on branches to disburse that 10,000 loan, the loan regarding loan to the street vendors. Is there anyone experiencing this pressure in banks?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, yes. So this is it. So this is also going to improve your CD ratio, and there is also always always a pressure to, even in a individual branch you will have to analyze your CD ratio. In individual branch, it will be evaluated in branch level, in district level, in your in bank, inside the bank, on zonal levels, regional office levels. It is going to be evaluated. Okay, if your CD ratio is below 70%, or sometimes it is below. In my last assignment when I was in Chhattisgarh, the CD ratio for the district was 45% for various banks, and CD ratio for private banks like Axis and ICICI Bank was below 20%. They were mobilizing funds, but they were not extending the credit facilities. Hence, this head of this lead bank scheme and this Reserve Bank India representative was putting pressure on them, was writing warning letters to the bank. Okay, so you need to improve your CD ratio if you are going to join as a branch head. Many of you have, what profile you are expecting, you people expecting in SBI CBO? What profile you are expecting? Do you have any idea what type of job role they are going to offer you? Do you have any idea? I think I have discussed about it, what could be your profile in coming days. But those who are going to join SBI CBO, do you have any idea what profile you are going to join? If not, you should have an idea, because they are going to ask you this question. Can anyone have any idea? Is there anyone having some idea in mind, or anyone have some research from State Bank of India, what type of job they are going to offer you if you will be qualifying for SBI CBO?
Maybe
Those who are,
branch manager.
yes, branch manager in a rural area. Okay, in a remote area, rural branch, if they posted to CBO. Yes, sir. If they are going to post you in rural areas, then as a branch head. Okay, if they are going to put you in a bank, in a big branch, then any type of role like field officer, anything what a probationary officer does, you have to do the same, right? I think all of you have fair idea what a PO do in a bank. POs are the most, yes, what I can say, in current times, they are the bonded laborers. They work really hard. But you are going to join new era banking when we are going to discuss about stipulated working hours in this wage settlement. This is a big point. Wage settlement, stipulated working hour for the officers. This should be there, and no calls, no conferences beyond 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. for that matter, and no meetings, nothing in Saturday and Sundays. Okay, so I think this.
This is Achilles.
Yes, Achilles.
Sir, sorry, sir, to interrupt you, sir.
No issue.
Sir, if any party become NPA, sir, then how this CD ratio is going to affect? Because we are lending and it's now become NPA. So how we calculate the banks at this type of situation, sir? The CD ratio?
No. There is nothing to be taken into consideration if a loan slips to NPA, because in CD ratio we are just discussing you in a year, in a month, or in a quarter, what deposit you have mobilized. Okay, what deposit you have mobilized, and what is your advance out of that total advance total deposit. This is complete CD ratio. Getting it? Why you will consider NPA into it? NPA is a different matter, right? NPA is a
Okay, sir, got
different
it.
matter. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's move to the next question. See, this is an interactive session. I thought I spoke for a lot of hours in last 2-3 months, and within that 2-3 months, I think I just have 1 or 2 interactive session, because as long as it is not clear that whether there will be an interview or not, we should not directly focus. No, Sarang says that NPA will affect the CD ratio. How could NPA affect? This is a simple formula I am telling you. This is a formula. CD ratio is just a formula. How could it affect this NPA? NPA, how could it NPA affect the CD ratio? Can you explain, Sarang? Can you explain how it could affect? This is a formula. Yes, if your NPA is going to be high, you may not lend that much of amount, or in case you feel that your so much of loan is gone to NPA, you need to do aggressive lending so that your NPA ratio will improve. Okay, the gross NPA, to decrease this gross and net NPA, you may go on doing aggressive lending. If you lend more, then and this enhanced loan portfolio is going to be work good for you, then this gross NPA and this net NPA will definitely decline. But how could it impact the CD ratio? Can anyone tell me about CSR? Yes, this is corporate social responsibility, Arun says in YouTube, right?
The
CSR
company has to invest 2% of his net,
Yes.
2% of his net profit for the CSR activity, sir.
Yes, who is this?
Sir, this is Akhilesh.
Yes, Akhilesh again. Okay, so 2%. 2% for whom?
For the net profit, sir.
From net profit,
Who
I
has
know.
of total of 500 crores, sir. Total of 500
Yes, there are
crores
3
of-
criteria.
Hello.
Yes, if net profit, there are 3 criteria for a company to start doing CSR. Can you tell me what are the 3 criteria?
Yes, sir, Anil this side.
Yes, Anil, go ahead.
A company's net worth is 500 crore or more, or the
Yes.
company's turnover is 1,000 crore or more, or the profit net profit is 500 crore. That is the 3 criteria.
Net profit is 5 crore and more.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. This is 5 crore and more.
Yes.
Okay.
Net profit is 5 crore and more. Turnover of company is 1,000 crore and more, and net worth of company is 500 and more crores.
So okay, the next question for all of you is, under which section this CSR rule is stipulated?
Section
I think I have spoken.
Section 135 of Companies Act.
Right. So these are the draft rules. Which committee has enrolled this CSR activity in India? Reviewed this CSR process in India? We just discussed in all our committee classes. Complete Banking Committee. Can anyone tell me? What is that committee? What is that committee? Because in important committees we spoke about Arun Pandyan. Yes, it's public welfare activities, right? But I want the answer. Which committee has recommended recently or reviewed the CSR activities in India? Which committee? Can anyone tell me which committee? Which committee has recently reviewed? This is not an important which committee has reviewed it, but as it is a new issue and there is some ambiguity in terms of
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
I'm not sure, but it's in JT Srinivas committee.
Yes, it is in JT Srinivas committee. So the draft report is yet to be completely implemented. So according to the draft report, it is there that any company making profit beyond 5 crores, having turnover of rupees 1000 crore and more. Yes, Arun, you are right. Having 1000 crore or more, and total net worth of 500 crore and more. Total turnover per annum and 5 crore profit per annum, right? So this is the new rule of CSR. This is important because there is some ambiguity, some complaints, some complaining about the new rules of this 2% spending. So this is in news. Hence, and there could be after this COVID-19, there could be more stricter rules in terms of CSR, because all the public welfare measures government of India is not going to afford alone. So those who are watching us in YouTube online are being requested to kindly subscribe to our channel, so that you could get more notification in coming days. And we just discuss banking, nothing else, right? Okay, so let's have some practical questions in terms of your profile. So if you will be posted at a remote area, then how you are going to drive business for the bank? Yes. Someone kindly answer. If you will be posted at a remote area, then how are you going to drive business for the bank? Can anyone answer, please? Have some thought process. Give some idea. When I have to think about the answer, what could be the exact answer? But at least you can give a reference to few products that could be that you could market in these areas,
So
or some
Kisan credit card, maybe one
yes
option.
Yes, this is one of the major options, right?
Microfinances, small finances to the person who are actually in need.
Yes, Ramesh Reddy, you are right. Yes, group lending, that is SHG, right? Pankaj, anyone here? Anyone here from our batch? Any reference? See, yes, SHG. Is there anyone going to answer, or should I go ahead and answering it? Is there anyone having any other idea, any other product you can sell? Okay, Irfan Abib says in YouTube, will educate the customer about the product and make them to understand the product. Okay, encourage people to operate transactions through banks, not from money lenders, right? Okay. Pankaj says want to join SBI CBO group. Okay. Okay, 1 second, Pankaj. Let me provide you the number. So, any idea? Any more idea? Any more idea? See, the rural economy in India is growing. Okay, India to become 5 trillion economy need to grow in a faster pace, right? And already Indian cities are in a grown-up stage, and India's economy in rural areas growing in a rapid stage. So in order to achieve this 5 trillion target in GDP numbers, India's rural economy is to grow at a very fast pace. So for that, we have many instruments to offer to rural bank segment. Not only this financial inclusion parts, those who are mainly social welfare measures. Apart from that, small saving schemes could gather more money, more profit for the bank, because there is a formula going to work in rural areas, because you are going to deal with a mass population, right? Yes, MSME loans, but MSME, you're finding MSME sector in rural economy is going to be an issue. Okay. So let me tell you what I was saying, that there are small savings schemes. Small savings schemes, you can enhance the saving habit in rural people. Yes. And in the local requirement of that place. Yes. First is KCC. SHG, you have very rightly said SHG, self-help group. Who said it? Pankaj said it. Right. SHG, self-help group lendings. And you need to monitor this development of SHG. If that SHG, that group develops, then they are going to take more money from you. And apart from this, there are small savings schemes. There are insurances, health insurance to accidental insurance, etc. That can give you more revenue, because you are going to deal with a mass. Yes, KCC, SHG, JLG, microfinance, all of them. Yes, you are very right, Sarang. So agriculture loan, yes, agriculture loan is one of them. Small saving scheme, and there is a formula when you deal with a mass. There is a formula called scale of economy helps you. Sorry, economy of scale, right? Economy of scale, because you are going to you are going to get less profit from a huge number of people. If everyone in India is going to pay you rupees 1, then you are going to get 150 crores, 140 crores. I think the population is around 140 right now. So it is around 140, 130 crores, right? So no matter if you are getting less margin from every individual, but there are so many of them, then your profit volume is going to be high. So you can vouch on small saving instruments, right? Small saving instruments, insurance schemes that are not that have not reached to the population, not this LI type of things, uh, like this Pradhan Mantri, what is that, Jivan Suraksha Yojana, etc. These are government sponsored schemes. There you get a revenue, that Atal Pension Yojana, etc. Retirement saving schemes, because these schemes have not reached to the right people. And if you are going to be there, placed there, apart from lending part, you have all your saving instruments and fee based incomes. And the fee based income, small fee based incomes could give you more revenue if you deal with a number of candidates, a number of students, a number of customers, right? Right. Yes, especially Maharashtra, Gujarat having, yes, dairy schemes. Yes, animal husbandry, it comes in KCC, Kisan Credit Card, right? So this is it. You can have your own answer, but see, whatever question I am putting here are going to be definitely asked in interview. So let me tell you one thing: if the questions are definite for all of you, then you should have a definite answer. You have to work on your answers. Don't beat around the bush. You have definite questions that are going to be asked, so have a good preparation for these all these questions, right? We are going to conduct more such sessions in coming days. I want to make it more interactive, because I spoke for last 1 and 2 months, and but your final selection will be based on your participation, your answering strategies, your answering skills. And here you are free to commit mistakes. I am trying to rectify it as far as my knowledge goes, but you should also have some answers in your mind, and to these definite questions you should have some answers. What will you do if one of your customers is shouting at branch premises. I think many of you been seeing these videos nowadays. Every alternative day there is a customer shouting at a bank premises, some snatching his colors, etc. So can anyone have a right answer to it? This is an attitude based answer question, but these are practical ones. They want, because in State Bank of India you are going to deal with number of customers. The only difference between State Bank of India and the rest of the banks is that in State Bank of India you are going to face immense public pressure. In other banks where the walk-in is less, the public pressure is little less. But apart from peer pressure, there will be definitely peer pressure from your superiors. Apart from peer pressure, business pressure, there will be a public pressure. You have to deal with it. Yes, you have to hear him. Right. You have to hear him, but he is shouting so nonsense that you cannot bear it, and this is making all other customers irritate. Other customers leaving your branch, giving snacks, and then you will ask issue to what is the issue. Right. This could be a way. Arun says the right thing in YouTube. Yes, this could be a way, but it is very hard. It's very hard to convince such people. Okay, so for that,
So
don't
first
have.
of all, we have to listen the customer.
Yes.
First of all, we have to listen the customer, what are the queries the customer has, and we have to clear the customer query with a calm situation. Otherwise, it will be a big trouble for bank also and for a customer also. So we have to listen first whatever the queries he has, and we have to handle all the queries in a calm manner, so that the customer will satisfy. After all, we are in a service sector, so we don't have a right to fight with the customer if we are in a bank. So we have to handle with a proper manner, sir.
Yes. See, you can fight with your management. You can fight with anyone in the earth, but you cannot fight with a customer being inside a bank, right? You cannot fight with a customer. Understand? I encourage people to fight for their own rights. You can fight with the entire system, but as a customer, see, management cannot fight with you. Remember, this is a thing. Management cannot fight its own employees. Though nowadays management harasses people, employees in a very ugly manner. But in case there is a fight between employee and employer, remember, if employee has not done a fraud, then employee is definitely going to win. Let me tell you, and this is a practical experience out of which I'm saying you. But when someone is winning all the battle against the management, the same person with immense knowledge, exposure to legal routes, cannot win against customers. Okay. There are some rules being made that if customer attacks the bank manager inside bank premises, it is going to be treated as attempt to murder, and this cannot be tolerated. There are protections recently floated. Yes. Okay. CBO shortlisting result कब आएगा? Let's discuss questions Q&A first. We'll later discuss it. Don't worry about it. But remember, even if they attack you inside bank premises, there is law to protect you, but there will be no law which is going to protect you in case you will be attacked outside the bank premises. Out of practical experience, let me tell you, once the customer has an ugly fight with a branch head inside the bank premises, and the branch head said, I am going to file a complaint against you and you are now going to be arrested. And this customer directly went to the police station and said that this branch manager has came to my home and shouted at me. hence and done something bad. He put some rubbish claims against this branch head, and this branch head got arrested. So all the protection are there to protect you inside the branch, but you are going to be out of the branch after the end of the working hours. So don't fight with the customers. Even if he is fighting, remain calm. Try to convince him. Give him a glass of water. We'll say him that we'll sort all your issues out. Though you sort it out or not in future, that depends upon you. But tell him, like somebody said, to offer him a glass of water, and don't even if you are right, don't go on fighting with the customers. Okay, I don't have even a right answer to this. This is a situation based answer. This depends upon attitude, but anything, being in service industry, as you rightly said, being in service industry, you need not fight with them. You have to handle them the fight in a very calm manner. If the person is fighting with your colleague, then have a discussion before your job starts, or if you are a branch head, discuss with them. If someone shouts at me, you come and make a negotiation. If somebody shouts at your friend, you make a negotiation. This should be the way. Wherever I go, I tell that there could be unpleasant situations. Customer will come and shout against you. So at the same time, you have to show a unity among your colleagues, and you should sort it out. The person who is being shouted at cannot resolve the issue. Okay, there is a third party intervention required. So before joining the bank, or once you join, have such a formula devised that in case somebody attacks you, someone will come and rescue, and later you will have enough way to take revenge from the customer. Don't worry about it, but don't go on fighting with them. Yes, there are laws they speak about, but they are useless because you are into a service industry, right? So what are the questions people asking? Any idea about CBA interview schedule? I was talking to all of you before the start of the session. There are so many exams pending in SBI, so there was a confusion. Initially, there was a plan to have a written test conducted. Then it was being put on hold, and later now they are going to discuss. Very soon they are going to release a notification, and now they are going to have this SBI junior assistants, this clerical level main exam being conducted. Post this main exam is going to be conducted on 31st, I guess, and this is going to be end within 15 to 20 days. Everything is going to be clear, and after this after this junior assistants exam process gets over, you will have your interview call or a direct written test. So don't worry about it. Even if there will be a direct interview, all of you who are eligible for the post will get a chance, will get a fair chance. Nobody is going to be eliminated if he is having sufficient eligibility. That doesn't mean to shortlist people. They will start taking people of 5+ experience. That will not be that kind. Okay, examinations in banks like State Bank of India does not take place arbitrarily. They take place in a what you say, democratic manner, in a democratic manner. So anyone is qualifying to the anyone is having the uh, prescribed eligibility is going to get a call for next level. Okay, that could be anything, right? People, those who are watching us in YouTube, are requested to yes DA1. Already the answer is there. Okay, nomination is there in which act? Nomination is there in which act? Can anyone tell me? What is the forms used for nomination? Not only DA1 for there are for safe deposit. There are various nomination form available for safe deposit, vaults, lockers, etc.
Sir, section 45 in
Yes,
Banking Regulation Act.
Yes, section 45 subsection.
Section,
JDA.
I think, sir, ZA, sorry, ZA.
Yes, ZA. Right. ZA. Okay. So from ZA to ZF, it discusses about this nominations. Okay. So the forms available for nomination, DA1, DA2, DA3, right? Okay. Deposit accounts 1, 2, 3, right? Okay. So DA1, DA2, DA3, DA1 for new nomination, DA2 for deletion, DA3 for rectification, right? Like similarly in safe deposit vaults, can anyone tell what is the nomination for in safe deposit vaults? Can anyone tell me? DA stands for deposit account. Yes, DA1, DA2, DA3. Arun is right. Can anyone tell me? For safe deposit lockers, what is the nomination for? And what is the locker nomination for? Tell me two things for safe deposit and locker. Please go ahead. Yes, Arun is right in YouTube. Yes, Anil here in Zoom, right? Right, SL1, SL2, SL3. Similarly, addition, deletion, and rectification. Right. Yes. Okay. So let's move to the next session. So for safe custody articles, it is SC. For safe deposit lockers, it is SL. What is the difference between safe custody and safe lockers? Safe custody and safety locker. What is the difference? Because I have always said you, yes. I have always said you that when you are going to answer one thing, they are going to, what is in case of minor, Anil says? They are going to ask you questions related to it. The formula is clear. So the preparation strategy should be accordingly. Yes, safe custody is for forgotten articles. Yes. What else? Safe deposit lockers are the lockers where you keep your valuables. Right. Safe custody is for forgotten articles in bank. But if it is forgotten, then how could it be nominated? How could someone come and nominate? It is there when you keep some your valuables like gold, etc. If you keep in bank like FDR, etc. Yes, Praveen. Yes. Okay. So this is the basic difference. Right. Yes, safe locker is for rent. Okay. Yes, Praveen, you are right. Okay. So how legal heirs are different from nominees? What is the difference between legal heir and nominee? Can anyone tell me? Difference between legal heir and nominee. Difference between legal heir and nominee. Yeah, your answer. You unmute and speak. I want you to be participating. I don't want enrolled candidates to answer these questions through chat. What is the basic difference between legal heirs and nominees? What is the basic difference? Someone please.
Sir, nominee is just hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, I'm listening to you. Please go
This
ahead.
is Praveen.
Yeah, Praveen, go ahead.
Sir, nominee is just a guardian of that particular property or something else. Whereas legal heirs are is just a custodian of that. You guys don't making nominee does not reveal that he is what do you say that?
Okay, nominees could be someone
He
who
will
is
get
nominated to
the
to get the funds in case of the death of yes, it is if he is deceased. Okay, many of you have answered it very rightly in YouTube comments. Okay, so nominee are nominated, and legal heirs are the natural heirs, those who inherit the property after the death of certain of anyone, right? So in case there is a will, there is no need of legal heirs. In case the person dies without any will, then there is a requirement of legal heirs. And if the money, see, if someone has made a nominee, but the nominee is not a legal heir, is not one who is to get his all his properties after his death, then who and this legal heir come and say that this nominee does not belong to our family, so we don't want him to take all the money lying in the account, so we want this money to be in our account. So what will you do? They will produce the legal heir certificate to whose account you will transfer the money. At the same time, nominee has claiming that this money should be given to me, and at the same time legal heirs are saying that this money is to be provided to them. So to whom you will the money is to be provided?
So nominee.
nominee,
Yes,
sir.
nominee. Is there any case when you will prefer legal heirs over the nominee? Yes, Sai Kiran, you are right. Is there any case when you will prefer legal heirs over the nominee? Is there any case, any such case?
Only in case nominee is minor. Nominee is minor, sir.
And if nominee is minor, then you would have already taken this name of the guardians.
In case of nominee dies.
Yes, in case of nominee dies, yes, this
No,
could
he's
be a
claiming
situation.
nominee is claiming the fund. No.
Yes, now nominee is claiming the fund, right? Nominee and legal heir is there, and nominee is claiming the fund, and the legal heirs are also they also need it. They also asking to deposit this money. So whom will you prefer? Is there any situation? Is there any condition in which the legal heirs will be preferred over the nominees? Is there any chance? If this nominee is of unsound mind, okay? If the nominee is of unsound mind and the legal heir is claiming the money, then you can say that go have a court order and prove that this person is having unsound mind, then only this money will be provided to the legal heirs with a proper court order. Right. Okay, so let's move to the next question. These are situation based questions. These type of questions are going to be asked because those who are preparing for SBI CBO, remember, they want people with complete banking experience. Yes, Arun say if nominee are not nominated, Yes, if not nominated, then only legal heir will come. But in case they are nominated, and at the same time legal heir is claiming, the money will definitely go to the nominee. But if nominee is of unsound mind, then only the money is going to be given to the legal heirs. But you need to take a proper court order. You will ask them, the legal heirs, go and file a case in court and come with a court order, a court verdict, and then only we will provide you the amount, right? So let's move to the next question. I'll leave it. Who are the new members of MPC?
Sir,
Who are the
Ashima
new?
Goyal, Jayant
Yes.
Verma, and Shashank Bhide.
Yes, who are they?
Sir,
Something about Ashima Goyal? Yes, their previous assignments, please. Their previous assignments, please. This is a hot topic. You need to have an answer.
She was into PM Economic Affairs.
Yes. Yes. He is Pradhan Mantri's, that is the Economy Advisory Council. Okay. So she is also a professor in the Indira Gandhi Institute of Development Research. Right. And Shashank Bhide, he is the senior advisor at the National Council for Applied Economic and Research. And Jayant Verma is a finance and accounting professor at the Indian Institute of Management, IIM, Ahmedabad. Right. Right. So the next is who can become a CCO. What is the full form of CCO?
Chief Compliance Officer.
So who can become a chief compliance officer?
GM or CGM
Chief
label.
Compliance Officer, sir.
Okay, I think I have already discussed a complete class in CCO. Okay, why CCO is important? Because CCO's role is now going to be similar with internal banking ombudsman. Okay, it is going to be similar with similar kind of job, not similar, but this could be equal to the position of an internal ombudsman, because this ombudsman was in news for many years, and hence there were questions asked on banking ombudsman, internal ombudsman, etc. And there is a similar post now being created by Reserve Bank of India, which is a recent notification. So in coming days you will going to face questions on it. So who can become a CCO?
He
Someone
must
who
be a
is
senior executive.
yes,
In the rank of a general manager in case of government banks.
it's yes, GM.
Yeah, below general manager. Yeah. In private sector, it must be 2 level below from CEO.
Yes, 2 level below from CEO, but he should not be from the same bank. If Indian Bank is going to recruit a CCO, Chief Compliance Officer, then this person should not be working in Indian Bank. He should be from the market, right? Why this compliance officer post is created? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me why this compliance officer post is created? Below 2 ranks from CEO, right? Ramesh is right. Yeah, to monitor the complaints beyond resolving level, Anurag says, right? But you have seen in recent days there are news of various banks being penalized by Reserve Bank for non-compliance, compliance being a major challenge for PSU banks nowadays. Hence, this chief compliance, yes, mitigate risk is a point. Very good point. Yes, to mitigate the risk. Okay.
So KYC would be the
Yes,
one.
yes, and for that you could see risk manager posts are being being advertised in various banks throughout the country. So in coming days, you will be seeing more lower and senior level posts in risk and compliance segment, because compliance at lower level and even in senior level is a crucial function in India. And remember one thing, and you can answer in this way also in your coming interviews, that banking in India is a highly regulated business. Remember, go with the terms that are catchy, that will show that you have some knowledge about banking in India. Okay, so banking in India is highly regulated business. So a simple mistake, a single mistake could attract reputational risk, loss in profitability, etc. Hence, it is required to have a proper monitoring system, internal monitoring system. Okay, yes, not below the rank of general manager within 55 years. These are the MCQ questions, so you should not worry much about all that detail. But you should understand, for interview part, you should understand the philosophy of everything. Why CCO, what he is going to do, what could be his job role, etc. Right? So we have come to an end of this session. So I want all of you who are watching us, kindly subscribe us. And if you could do some more favor, then please subscribe the channel so that I could get some more subscribers. We are the only segment, we are the only platform in lateral entry and specialist officer segment. Many people are joining us from banks at senior level, those who are preparing materials for us. You could see we are talking, we are discussing, and we are providing only useful materials, nothing else. No question, nothing we are discussing beyond the syllabus, beyond banking knowledge. There is no time for us to make any kind of bakwas here, and we don't entertain any kind of bakwas. So we are here to spread knowledge, to make changes in lives of our subscribers, our enrolled candidates, and even people who are joining us for free in YouTube are part of us. And the little amount being taken for study materials is just to develop more study materials for all of you. Yes, it will be provided, don't worry. This PDF will be provided, as every single PDF is being provided to you, to enrolled candidates. I honor my commitments. Even having such a very busy and tight schedule, I prefer not to miss my classes. Okay. So I think for next 1-2 days, I have a family issue, and operation of my mother is scheduled. Hence, for 2-3 days, there could be a bit disturbances in class timings, but I will inform you beforehand. Don't worry. But we'll continue. Don't worry about this preparation. We have a notification. We are waiting for a notification, and there is a good sign coming today from our end, from State Bank of India's end. Okay, that the long awaiting result for this SBI J people is issued, and the main exam is scheduled in 31st of this month. So they are going to clear all this in a very, very, very quick manner. See, you just ping me at this number. I will provide you the link to join. Don't worry. Okay, Ramesh, ready? What is the process to enroll? For enrollment, I have provided my mobile number. You just ping. I don't encourage much call because I have very tight schedule, because for classes we have 3 batches currently running. So for them I need to prepare materials. So I keep myself busy a lot. So you can ping me. We'll discuss over there. I will provide you the link. And many of you who are in our groups have the number, have the link to join the session. So what I was telling you, that when I was telling that in these times when there will be interviews or exams, you will not be given time for that. when they will decide to conduct an interview or a written test, they will give you maximum 15 days time. Maximum 15 days time. I was saying it to you. Many of you have not believed in me, not in this matter, in all previous matters. See, today the result is being declared. What is the date today? And the written test is going to be held in 31st of this month. How many days they have given? How many days? Just a week? Just a week to prepare. And to prepare for whom? SBI J people. Yes, I'm telling this. I'm telling about you, telling about the process nowadays that is going to happen. Because see, there is no one knowing what will happen next month. What will happen next month? The interview date, the God cannot say at this point of time. Even God cannot say at this point of time. The interview date is not decided. From the very beginning, one thing I have told to everyone, that interview will take place in December. Interview is going to take place in the month of December. Before that, you will get a notification about shortlisting process. If they are to conduct a written test to shortlist people, they are going to conduct it next month. Okay, and they will suddenly say next month when the written test is going to be held. If they are going to skip it, they are going to call around 30,000 people for interview, and it will not be direct interview, JDPI. They are going to call anyone who is qualifying will get a chance, a democratic chance to participate in the process, in process of a meritocracy selection on the basis of meritocracy, right? So no one will be left out. Those who are fulfilling the criteria, no one is going to be left out. So don't worry about it. Those who have, see, chances are there is a high chance of written test. There was a high chance, but in between there was many discussion going on to skip the written test, because written test for this SBI junior associate people was not held. Now it is clear this junior associate people will going to have their written test in next week. So yes, if there will be written test, it will be simple qualifying in nature. No weightage will be given to it. It will be just qualifying in nature. Yes, Ramesh, it is going to be qualifying in nature, and more importance will be given to this professional knowledge part, which I am covering in my sessions. Okay, so those who are joining late, those who are looking to join, we have a dedicated platform. You can check dedicated app for that. And this dedicated app is different for the free users and different for enrolled users. You can find out all recorded sessions of professional knowledge. Even if you are going to join late, you are going to catch up with all the sessions that were exclusively held for SBI CBO people. So don't worry about it, and be prepared for both written and interview part. Focus more on professional knowledge. If you are going to focus on professional knowledge part, it will help you both in written and in your interview. And even if there will be a written test, it will be just qualifying in nature, and you need to just score the base minimum mark. So don't worry about it. Okay, so I think we are at now, it is around 11 p.m. So we need to end the session. Thank you for being with me. We'll be back with more classes. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Good night. Take care and be ready. Very soon the notification is going to be there. Yes. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. So if you have any doubt, you can ping me in our groups. Okay. We'll discuss there. Their group joining links are there in I think in our description. Those who are joining us newly, they can join us in the groups, and or you can directly ping me. You can explore all this in our, okay, on the description of video links.